All righty. Hey there, I'm Kris. I'm very grateful that you're here. I I chose Sunday morning early, hoping it'd be a better time for everybody, but it ended up not being the best time. That's the day people like to sleep in. So I'll send out the replay like you've asked, and you guys can watch the recording. So um, let me see here. Okay, so I decided to share this video because I've had so many messages from people struggling with chronic worry, self-sabotage, self-doubt, not being able to control their drinking and their food intake. Um, and I just received a message that I needed to do this. So that's why I put the word out that I was doing this to help others. I only share and guide with others the things that I personally struggled with. A few of these struggles are, like I mentioned, the chronic worrying. I was a chronic worrier forever, like, I don't know, around, I guess was getting around 38 years. I've been working on calming and relaxing my brain so I could lessen my fear levels, my anxiety levels, my alcohol consumption, getting my sugar and food intake regulated. And that's finally, I'm on 4 months of finally getting there. After regulating my nervous system, I found out that was the key to that. And September 2024, next month, it'll be 6 years with being alcohol free. So stillness and gratitude have transformed my life. After you watch this video, or if you need additional time for questions, please message me. And I'm offering a 20-minute self-discovery call that we can discuss whatever you have on your mind. I have so many mindfulness tools I can share that I can assist you with. I intuitively chose this one to share today. It's on stillness and gratitude. Let me see here. So after I share the two art little lesson things I'm going to share, I hope that you'll take the time to just take 10 minutes and do this, to just concentrate, stay present, and notice how you feel. Be aware of how it calms your brain, your mind. When we learn to slow down our brains and our minds, we experience less stress, less anger, less frustration. You can heal your mind, body, and spirit. What I teach is life-changing. We get to receive more self-awareness, which is key in making change. Less worrying, less eating sugar, less bad habits, less self-doubt, less self-sabotage, no longer in survival mode. So many things can change and will change for you, I promise. What I'm sharing today is the importance of meditation, finding stillness, learning how to getting in that white space of our brain where everything just transforms and slows down, and it's our pure consciousness. When we can learn to do this, it's scientifically proven that the power of our thoughts shapes every aspect of our lives. The other item I'll share is a mindfulness activity. It involves doodling and color with bubbles. So let's get to meditation first. It's taught me stillness, like I said. The old me never, ever could relax my brain. I just always struggled with the monkey mind. So I wanted to ask, do you currently meditate? My mom's on here. And Mom, have you ever meditated?
I do at night when I have monkey brain also, and I meditate on certain things and it does help. I can finally get to sleep.
Oh, good, good. It doesn't come easy. I mean, I've been meditating consistently for 3.5 years now, and there's still the time of day I do it. I try to do it morning and night. I still struggle. It just takes practice and you'll get there. Start with 3 minutes, and if that seems too long, start with 1 minute. Get in a quiet place, closet if it's needed, to get away from pets, partners, kids, whatever, noise, and then close your eyes and focus on your breath. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath, and you just keep doing that. I'm trained in TM, Transcendental Meditation. I've been doing that for, I think it's been 3.5 years. And I have a mantra that I use. So, but there's so many different ways of meditation. There's not a wrong way. This is a practice. It won't be perfect. And just keep increasing by 1 minute if you need to. My meditation practice is 20 minutes. And like I said, sometimes I do twice a day. Let's see. I teach and share more on this in my monthly membership. So there's a wait list for that if you're interested in that. I teach mindfulness art tools along with meditation, stillness, breath work, just things that have helped me. Okay, so let's get on with our doodling. Where can we put this? Okay, I first wanted to tap on my singing bowl to kind of get you in a good headspace. Okay, so let me change my camera. Oh man, okay, I just, now let's see, I've got everything set up here. And first I'm going to show you this doodle exercise that can really slow down your brain. So I've got, when I do my doodling in art, I do it on a smaller piece of paper. The large is just, a large blank piece of paper can be so overwhelming. You do what you want, but this really helps me. So we're going to do this exercise with circles or bubbles, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to bring this is a watercolor hardstock. It's 140-pound weight, and I've torn it out of the tablet that they come in. You can get it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Amazon. And I've got this size right here. You can do oblong shapes. And then get a Sharpie, get a permanent black pen. This is called a Sharpie pen, but there's also the markers. I should have pulled one out. I've got a black pen here. I actually did some of this with if you want the fine tip. You want something that's not going to smear with water and paint. And then start with one large circle and have every consecutive circle after that connect with this one. It's best not to do one big circle over here, another circle here, another circle here, and then try to connect them. You'll end up with odd space and areas that won't fill. So this is really relaxing. When you try to stay present, work on staying present, that's our key here, and focus on making your circles. So I'm just gonna quickly do this. And then these little tiny spaces, go ahead and fill them up with baby circles. And those of you that know me and have saw my art, I'm kind of shaky sometimes, especially this time in the morning. My blood sugars are doing a lot better, but they still make me shaky. So whatever, I just deal with it, you know. Okay, baby circles. If you have a lot of chaos going on in your life, a lot of worry, a lot of sadness, just try to stay right here with this paper, pen, and your breath, and really work on not thinking of your problems. I know that's so hard to do. Trust me, I'm there with you. And you just keep filling these tiny spaces with circles. And just to make this a faster process, I'm not gonna fill this whole paper. You'll get the gist of, I'll finish this corner. Oops, and sometimes look at me. I missed, it's good if you can connect each side. And if you have a thicker marker, I mean, you can kind of make it thicker. It's okay if you've got thick and thin lines. All right. I mean, you can see how mine aren't perfect. It's not about perfection. It's just about relaxing our mind, becoming very mindful. Whoops, mindful. All right, that's good. Let me do one more circle here. Okay. Then I've got, so I mixed up a bubble solution, and this is the effect without any circles. I did blue and green. And you take a fourth, let me grab my bubbles here and I'll show you the mixture. A fourth of a cup of water. And I was just guessing, as you make yours, there's a bar under my table I keep hitting. As you mix yours, like this mixture just turned out different than the time before. So I added more paint. It depends on the type of paint you add also. So I've got a fourth of a cup of water, 1 teaspoon dish soap, it doesn't matter the brand. And then I started out with 1 teaspoon of acrylic paint. Let me see if I've got here. These are the ones I used. So I did this blue, and it doesn't matter the brand, True Blue from Folk Art. I just grabbed an old paint. And then Deco Art, I did a green, Biograss green. So those are the two I used. And then mix it up. Make sure you have an apron on or a shirt that you don't care about because it can be kind of messy. So then, you've got your cup here. Make sure it's mixed up, and you're gonna blow till the bubbles come to the surface. And then take your paper and dab it on the bubbles. And then I'm gonna do it again. I mean, this is, it takes you back to childhood. Oh my gosh, when you're kids. Now these are gonna dry and they dry really quick. I'm gonna do blue now. You don't have to wait till the one color is dry. Okay. I have to be careful so I don't spill this on my stuff here. Or I forgot to grab a rubber spatula. You can actually scoop these bubbles off and lay them on your palette. I'm just gonna dab them. Oops. That one didn't. There. You wouldn't think. Oh, and then, because I didn't have a lot of color in that area, you can dab it with the straw. And then this is what it dries. I just quickly did this morning. No, I did it last night before I went to bed to make sure it was dry. I laid something heavy in all four corners because you can see it kind of bends. I can't think of the right word, but it really lays out a pretty, and then you can do your doodling over this. You can, if you want to start out with color first and then do that. So here's our piece with the bubbles. Just kind of gives it a cool watercolor effect. Okay, let me put this back. Be very careful you don't spill it or it makes a mess. Okay, so there's that. So that's your little mindful, relaxing exercise. And then some of you that asked that wanted to watch this were interested in these. I just thought I'd do one video and share both since this is quick. So my little soul truth teller cards. So these are made with a playing card. Just go buy a cheap deck from $1. And I punch a hole. I punch the hole before I start because as you put paper on these, they're too hard to punch with paper and Mod Podge. So, and then I add little mantras or affirmations, or just, I call them power of words. Love this day, look within, trust yourself. Dear deserving soul, it's okay to slow down. It's okay to rest, because I used to go, go, go and never stopped. And it just affects your health. You have the strength to do this, sweet girl. And there you can add fun little, I love keys. I put a key on it. You can add lace. This is fabric. Instead of paper, I glued a piece of fabric. Continue shifting your action to reach your goals. Be gentle with yourself. So this one, I was going to show you how I do this. So my mom, who's on here, does junk journaling, and she came over with some doilies one day, some vintage doilies, and we made a copy of it on the computer. And then you can cut them up in pieces. This is one of her pieces of paper she made. It's called ephemera. And we're going to apply that. So let me change my camera. Okay, so here's this Modge Podge. Got this from Hobby Lobby, or Joann's carries it. I use a wide type paintbrush. This is I think 3/4 inch. Get your paper towel here. I'm not at my art table. I'm at a makeshift, so I'm kind of squished in here. Okay, so I dip my paintbrush in water, dip it in Mod Podge, apply it to the card. I do both sides, but start with one. Always have something underneath you because Mod Podge is glue. There's that. Ah. And then then I take the piece of paper. I cut it after. You can cut it before if you like. I usually have, let me see if I don't know, we're gonna use this. I usually have a credit card or something that I can smooth this out with. Oh, here's a pair of scissors. No, I'm gonna use this. Something to get all the air bubbles out. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this part isn't done. Whoops, not on camera, sorry. So I'll just worry about this after. So get that. You don't have to wait for it to dry. And then you'll cut around it. Cut right to the edge. I just kind of round the corners. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Okay, here's my little hole. I poke a hole so I can see where that's at. I usually wait for this to dry and then check the edges, but because I can see this right now, we're just going to fix it. And then I set something heavy on this with a mat. Remember, a mat underneath it. And always make sure to stick your paintbrush in water because, again, it's glue, Mod Podge is glue and it'll ruin your paintbrush. Look how adorable. Okay, so one thing I didn't do, well, I guess I was going to say this edge of this paper had really cute red, but really, I got some of it, so we're good, we're good. So there's that, and you can continue to layer. You can just use this and put your words on it. Okay, look, here's a good example. I did it upside down. which I do periodically. Okay, so here's my hole punch. So you want your card that's straight up, and I did the paper upside down. Classic Kris, I swear. So at that point, if this was a gift for someone, obviously you'd have to cover over it so it's right side up. But for you, I'd still keep it and just add some lace or something in, because I love this background. I love it. So there's that. And that's how simple. And then you take, I like old typewriter font. So you come up with phrases, things that are gonna, your truth teller would tell you, and type them up, whatever font you want. It may feel uncomfortable, but this is exactly where you need to be for where you want to go. So just fun little words that can change your thinking, change your thoughts. What you think about, you bring about. So here, you're strong enough and you're getting stronger every day. If you're struggling with something, if we're sitting there thinking, oh my God, my life, today sucks. I hate this. I used to be that person. I was a negative Nelly, and what I thought about, I brought about. So I had a shittier day. I had a worse day. More crappy things happened. Like it just continued. And so I really had to work on shifting my thinking. Remember that you need time to laugh, play, rest, restore, and you need it often. You don't have time for burnout. Your soul deserves your undivided attention, sweet friend. So those are just fun little transformational cards. Okay, let's. Mom, do you use Modge Podge in your junk journaling?
I haven't.
I was just curious because I know you use glue sticks, but I didn't know if you also use Modge Podge. Okay, so all of my practices I teach and share, they free up your mind. They recondition your heart, and all of this leads you to new possibilities. Okay, so who am I? I'm Kris Rudarmal. I've been married 40 years. I have 2 kids, a daughter-in-law and a son-in-law, 2 grandbabies. I've lived in Utah my whole life. I've been running anchor water damage and restoration with my husband for 20 years. I was recognized with 21 awards within an 11-year span for my husband's company. I love to empower women and enrich and enlighten their lives. I launched my own company 7 years ago. I started becoming aware of just how miserable I was. I didn't have that inner peace, inner happiness. And I searched for it and found it, and just made a better life for myself. Between meditation, grounding, breath work, gratitude journaling, and so much more, I'm just such a better, peaceful, happier person. And I'm free from my negative inner critic. I do hear it periodically, but I now have the tools to shift out of that and not go there and listen. I'd love to offer you a discounted price on my upcoming gratitude experience 5-day class. It'll be on an online platform. The regular price is $37. You can have it for $21. And the details of this is I'll share about my effective gratitude journaling during turbulent times. So whether that was my relationships, financial burdens, my health, all of the different things I've had going on with my health, I'll share how I stay in that high vibration and how I experience less depression, less stress, less anxiety, less worry. I'm less ornery with my husband and kids. Not so much now my kids are adults, but years ago when I started this, I've been doing it for 15 years. I was kind of ornery. Stillness and gratitude has also contributed to me experiencing joy, true inner peace, and happiness. So we can all benefit from stillness to feed our happiness, peace, and self-discovery. Mom, do you have any questions?
I don't.
Okay, so that's it. I wasn't sure how long this would take, but look, I showed you 2 little fun things, and quickly explained how meditation, stillness, I didn't really go into gratitude. I wasn't sure how much time I'd have, and I don't want to take a lot of your time. So, but that course will be well worth the $21. So after you guys watch the recording, if you want to get with me and let me know, I'll be touching base too, just to see if you've done the little art projects, and tell me how it went. And I hope that was helpful. I hope you get something out of it. It really is life-changing to be able to slow down your mind and just relax. And it's really helped me with my food, having my food under control and being able to listen to my body nutrition wise. When my body's craving something, I can now tell if I need a fresh garden tomato or a fruit. It's nice to not go grab a handful of potato chips or candy, or I've now been off pop for several months and got my blood sugars under control. And it's just nice to be in that space. So I'd love to support you if you have any questions or concerns. Okay, see you later.
Bye, honey.
Bye.